All right, welcome back. Hungry? Make yourself a proof. All right, so we've got ABCD as a regular pentagon. Tomorrow on your exam, don't take any shortcuts. You're getting 35 minutes to do 2 proofs. You're going to miss points for every single little thing you do wrong. So don't take any shortcuts. Okay? It's a final examination. You got to prove that you're great at it. And then since I didn't have any room, I'll just add a step. F is the midpoint of AE. Okay, so I will say that BC is congruent to CD. And now looking ahead, I know that I'm going to need to say that angle A is congruent to angle E, so I'm listing that in that step just to save myself some time. If you don't know why I did that, I think that might make sense a little later. And what's my reason for that? Definition of a regular polygon. Okay? So I've shown that right there. Now I'm going to draw BF and DF. And my reason will be 2 points. Determine a line. And I'll sketch those pictures. Now I can see my kite being formed. Okay, and if I can prove that's a kite, then I can use the perpendicular bisector theorem. Keep in mind, I've already listed this. I can say AF is congruent to EF. By definition of midpoint. Now, I tried to look ahead and save myself time, but I screwed up. But look, I'll just go back and add it. What did I forget to say? That BA is congruent to DE. Does that make sense? Okay, so I forgot that the first time around, but now I've got it. Okay? I just stated this. So can I prove those triangles now? Triangle BAF, make sure I get the order correct, is congruent to triangle DEF. Thank you. By side angle side. And now I can say that BF, I was getting ahead of myself last time, BF is congruent. So notice I picked the first and the last letter. So if I use CPCTC, it's got to be DF. Okay? Here's where I'm going to say this on the exam. I'm not sure if I have to, but I'm going to say that F and C are equidistant from B and D. And that would just be the definition of equidistant. Here's the deal. I don't expect that you guys would have that. I don't think I would expect you to have it when I was grading it. But if you remember to do that, and you have time to do it, you should do it. That's what I'm telling you. Don't say anything that's wrong. But don't worry about saying things that are true about whether or not you should say them. I'm listing a ton of steps for you guys on your proof page tomorrow, and you don't need a ton of steps. So there's more space than you need. Okay? Does that make sense? So again, if you didn't have that, you should not be freaking out, but that's kind of why you're here. I'm reminding you, maybe on this exam you want to do more than you need to. Okay, so now I can say that FC is the perpendicular bisector of BD. And my reason is, no way to write this short, if 2 points are equidistant from, I don't know if you remember this or not, the endpoints of a segment, then those 2 points determine or define the perpendicular bisector of those points, okay? Or of that segment. Got it? That's a very typical of your quiz or your exam tomorrow. Why did I pick that one? It involved auxiliary lines. It involved perpendicular bisector theorem. It involved a regular shape. It involved CP/CTC. It was a detour proof. So that's why I picked it. That's how hard it'll be tomorrow. It won't be any easier and it won't be any harder. Sound good? We've done a dozen proofs that are harder than the ones that are on tomorrow's. All right, here's my next question for you. At this time, I'm going to get out of drive-through confessionals and we'll just get back into it. So if you're at home, start this question and then watch my next video to see if you did it right.